All
Number
right.
5.
Just in time for the ever so important St. Patrick's Day shopping season.
There's a St. Patrick's Day shopping season?
I'm being facetious, dear.
Oh, okay.
The Nintendo Switch.
I'm so excited. I give so much of a bleep. I'm like a little
I don't-
fanboy.
You might be the only one in this room.
I don't
Maybe.
I don't know what the Nintendo Switch is.
They announced the NX. The NX is now announced. It's called the Nintendo Switch, and it's a tablet-like thing, though we don't know if it's going to have touch controls. And then there's 2 controller parts that slide onto each side, and then you can play your games on there, or then you put it into a dock, take the controller parts out, and go sit on the couch and play it on the TV.
It's a console mobile hybrid.
It's going to play cartridges, like
For-
the 3DS.
Okay, so this is like they'll be developing new games for it.
Yes.
Well, they've already in the video they showed Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. What's the new Zelda? The
Something
like it.
the one that hasn't come out for the Wii U.
Right.
And that looks really cool. Though, who knows how it's gonna go, right? They showed Mario Kart. So it's definitely getting a Mario Kart and a Splatoon. And it looked like they were, I don't know if they're remaking Mario 64, but they're basically making another one of those. And that looked really cool. And then there were third-party support. They showed Skyrim, and they showed NBA 2K. And each of the little controller parts can be its own independent controller, so you're actually carrying around a 2-player console everywhere.
Is this thing like the size of a tablet?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
pretty
it'll be about that big.
It's a pretty large handheld to be carrying around, isn't it?
Yeah, it won't be a
What was
pocket
the name
device.
of the other handheld that Nintendo had? Because they did have another one.
There's been several. There was the
Yeah.
Game Boy. Are you thinking of the Game Boy?
No, not the Game Boy, but there was one.
The
Recently,
3DS?
it's
The
been
3DS?
DS, right? And the 3DS.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something else, but I can't remember right. I haven't paid attention to
They
Nintendo
have,
for
they,
a
have,
while.
they have their Wii U thing where that's like
Yeah,
the
yep.
controller
Yeah, it's
has
that
a
one.
screen on it.
That's not portable. You can't take that tablet out of the house.
Okay.
I see.
Now you can take your game out of the house, onto the street, come home, finish it on the TV. And I don't know. I give a bleep. Plus, I mean, they're let's be honest, they're marketing it to 30-something hipsters. I know.
Yes,
I know the
because-
jacket's goofy.
Because you need to take your video game out of the house.
I don't need to take it out
It's
of the
like
house.
this weird hybrid between like a home console and then like a Game Boy or
Yeah.
3DS. But it's interesting how like Nintendo sort of makes these weird like hybrid consoles that kind of like fit in between like niche spaces, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So
Yeah, the
it'll be-
Wii U really
Yeah.
failed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how people react to that, because I feel like it could be one of those things where it's like, well, I have like a game to play like on the bus, like 3DS, and then I have like my console, so like why do I need this? But
Because it's an upgrade to both
right.
at the same time.
But
That's
if you
the
already,
sales pitch.
Yeah, but if you already have both, I don't know. I'm curious.
There's always a
new
gimmick.
shiny.
There's always a gimmick with Nintendo, and
Yeah.
it always sounds stupid.
It
And-
does always
and-
sound stupid.
And sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. But
The waggle controls.
on initial reaction, it's always what? Why do you need 2 screens?
I think
Why?
yes. And I think the Wii is probably the worst name
Yeah.
for a console.
Wii U,
I've
Wii U,
ever
Wii U,
heard.
Wii U.
Yeah, and then the Wii U, like, it was really confusing. Like, I remember you going, it's a thing we attach to the Wii? No, it's a whole new system, and nobody understood that.
Yes.
Right.
It was sad.
It took me months to understand that.
Do you give a bleep about the Switch?
Oh, there was one commercial when the Wii first came out that was the 2 top Nintendo guys, and the commercial was them going around from home to home and explaining it to kids, and it would open up
We would
and they
like
would
to
say,
play.
yeah, we want to play.
Yeah.
And it was the closest they ever came to even kind of justifying that ridiculous title. Like, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that marketing meeting.
It used to be called something else that was much cooler before it came out. I remember this.
There was. They always have a
It
code name.
wasn't the Revolution, was it?
I don't remember.
I think that was the GameCube was
No,
originally called the Nintendo Revolution.
GameCube was Dolphin.
Right.
So then the
So
Wii would have been
maybe
Revolution.
Maybe it was
But then it
Revolution.
came out as the Wii, and we were all
Which
very
Revel-
disappointed.
Yeah.
I bought one. I actually bought one from a guy because
A
they
guy.
they were hard to get. You couldn't for the first year of the Wii. You couldn't find them in a store. So there were people. They would go like scalp them. They would know that Walmart was getting one on Thursday, and they would go and line up on Thursday and then buy it for $200 and then scalp it for $220 or $230 or $240. And for a year it went on. It went on for like 6 months before I was like, screw it. I'm going to pay somebody $30 to go buy this thing for me.
The other thing that I find tends to happen with Nintendo and their ridiculous gimmicks is they develop for them very well.
Yeah.
But third parties don't. Third parties never make good use of any of it. Like I had a
Yeah.
Wii, and Nintendo's games that they put out themselves
Yeah.
were often great. They did amazing things with that. But then you would go play something from Ubisoft or whatever, and it was like, this is awful. This doesn't work at all. So
I remember Tiger Woods being really frustrating. Maybe it's just because I'm bad at golf.
I feel like
Definitely a
Nintendo left
possibility.
me behind. Like,
Really?
or I left, maybe it's I left Nintendo behind. Because I was, like, the video probably can't capture it, but you have the classic
It's sitting right there.
system right there. And that thing absorbed most of my childhood. And I was with it for the N64 and the GameCube, but then I went to college and video games stopped being a thing. And when I came back to games, it was PlayStation. And now
Right.
it's VR, and Nintendo is still making games that I feel like are primarily geared toward kids. Like, Nintendo's a great entry gaming system for younger kids. But I think for older gamers, we want
Yeah, but you'll get
more
Skyrim.
hardcore blood and guts and eventual VR that's coming out soon.
I'm tired
so.
of Mario Party breaking my family apart.
Mario Party breaks your family apart?
There is like throwing things and fights and rivalries, and then like clans form, and
Once
and
the
then they
clans
betray
form,
each other.
it's gone
people
too
hit
far.
each other with giant hammers,
It's terrible.
throw turtles at each other.
My family never had Mario Party. We had Diddy Kong Racing. That was quite contentious.
Mario Party is like the perfect storm of like chance and like messing up other people and like taking revenge out on them. So it's like, even though it's not your fault, it feels like you did something horrible, and then that person feels slighted, and that's like the entire game. It's just
Yeah.
ruining other people's lives.
That's why it's got.
Wow.
I'd like to try the one on 3DS, but I hear it's not very good. But it would be fun to play that game with complete strangers. Because then you have no remorse. Like when I played Mario Kart online on my 3DS, because I don't have a Wii U, I skipped the Wii U, but I love my 3DS.
Yeah, you just make like a 7-year-old cry, or the 7-year-old makes you cry.
Yeah. And it's all, but they think I'm 7.
Yeah.
And I just think they're all 30-year-old dudes, you know?
Though I would totally play Mario Kart in VR. That would be awesome. To actually feel like you're really driving the thing, that would be great.
I think I would
Sounds fun.
puke.
Not on Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
You'd fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
be
saw
sitting
it.
on your couch screaming.
You've been very quiet. You played Mario Kart with us in college,
Yes.
but we never really played Rainbow Road. Nobody liked that one.
We played it enough.
I always liked the circle track on the GameCube version. There was one that was just a circle
Yeah.
track.
Rainbow Road is like Jimmy didn't do his homework, so now he has to play Rainbow Road for like 2 hours. Like, that's his punishment. That's how that game feels to me.
I'm pretty good at Rainbow Road on Mario Kart 7. Like when I get online with people, when Rainbow Road comes up, I'm like,
It's never been as difficult and frustrating as it was on the original Mario
That's-
Kart,
Yeah.
where there were just no walls anywhere,
Yeah.
and
and you just had to know.
yeah, it was just so much anger came from that level.
Good times.
Good times. See, we went from politics to
I would-
nostalgia.
Yes.
I would say regarding the Nintendo whatever
Switch.
ridiculous gimmick thing, Switch.
I'm showing you the video after this.
I'm pretty casual about gaming. I don't play much anymore. I like Nintendo. I don't think that I give a bleep about the Switch specifically, but I'll still continue to like Nintendo.
Yeah, but what if you could get, say, Red Dead Redemption 2 on the on the Switch.
I never even played Red Dead Redemption.
It's
But you already have it's on PlayStation, right?
it's on like all of them. It's a AAA multi-plat, and so what happens is Nintendo got left out in the Wii, so you couldn't get like Grand Theft Auto on
Unless
the
I'm
Wii.
like a homeless man who like wants to play it in like a bus station, but I would just play it at home on the console that I already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see like the
That-
incentive to buy it again.
Well, the handheld aspect for me is not take it out of the house. That's
Okay.
that's almost secondary for me. It's I want to play on my big project. Like anybody that watches the Freeform Fridays, that's my living room,
Right.
right? And I've got
Okay.
that big ass projector down there.
Can't you already do that?
But I can't pick up the game and then take it into
Okay.
the bedroom and just lay in bed and finish the game. That's what excites me about the Switch.
Let's be realistic. You wouldn't be taking it into the bedroom.
I'd fall asleep on the couch.
No, you'd be taking it into the bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. Mario Kart on the John. All right, what's next?